ever do that again." "What, Ed? I was doing you a favor." Ed was my boss, but his title, he was a leader. One day as I was about to leave work, pretty well everyone else had gone home, and as I was walking through the lobby, I encountered a gentleman who seemed to be lost, and so I asked if I could be of help, and he thanked me and answered in the affirmative. He explained that he had a presentation to make the next morning, and he had needed to bring in and set up some equipment for that presentation. It was easy for me to help him out, and as soon as we were done, I was off for home. Next morning, I entered the building and headed down the corridor. In a moment, here was Ed, walking stride for stride with me. He appeared to be upset. I said, "What's up, Ed?" And that is when Ed blew up. He was mad. He asked if I had been the one who had helped the man who was doing the presentation. I said, "Sure." He shook his fist at me and said, "That is my job." And that is when the dialogue I started with came shooting out. "Don't you ever do that again." "What? Ed, I was doing you a favor." This was my leader. Another one. I left a position where I had served for a couple of years. There were a little over 700 employees. From that group, mid-management individual Steve was chosen to take my place. He was bright, experienced, and capable. However, he was also vindictive and held grudges. As a result, those he did not like were assigned to positions they were not trained in. The results were predictable. Some of them did poorly, while others actually failed completely. Those performances gave the new leaders simple grounds to fire them. Steve held the title and the position. He was the leader. I had resigned a position and was going to go back to school. Since I was not going to a significant new job, the move was up to me. So I had set up a truck, rental, and a few people to help. The CEO was aware of my decision and asked when I was packing up. I told him. The day came and I had backed the truck up and was beginning to move stuff out of the house. And if you've ever done that, you know how much fun all that is. And not long after I had started, who pulled up in work clothes but the CEO? He asked where I needed him the most and commenced to help move stuff. He was my leader. I've been in the workforce for over 60 years, so I could go on and on and on about many individuals who were designated leaders and those who were real leaders. But let me stop there for now and ask the important question. What kind of leader are you? And if you aren't in a leader spot, what kind of leader will you be? Since I suspect you have been in the workforce, what kind of leaders have you had? What have you learned? And what have you learned about leadership? Unfortunately, too much of business school is focused on management. There are not many guidelines to help you become the best leader. That is where this new Applied Focus series, Efficient Leadership Keys, can help. Each session is short, about 5 minutes, and each one contains a facet of leadership that will help you become the best leader. And by the way, there's a difference between management and leadership. While they are both important, management actually takes energy from the organization, while leadership creates it. Additionally, there's much more about management in most curricula, but not much about leadership. Come along with us. Our next short session deals with the foundation for leadership. Thanks.